Alright, so I'm back with another video. The psychological warfare and effects that this movie will have on black women and black men. The more that I thought about it, the more this movie has become really disturbing to me, especially some scenes that was added on. So sit back. This is for a mature audience. Sit back, grab you a drink, and enjoy the video. Alright, so I'm back with another video. And the more I think about this movie, the more it's concerning of what's going on in the black community. So far in the past, I don't know, just 2 years. Let's go back, 2 years. We done had these strong, independent movies of these black women fighting, not listening to men, want to be independent. You had stuff like Wakanda Forever, Woman King, and now you have this movie, this Color Purple remake, which has the same narrative. Be strong, independent, don't listen to your man, or you don't need a man. I find The Color Purple in particular really disturbing because I feel like the messages, the hidden messages that the dumb blacks didn't see, I feel like this is going to have a negative effect and a negative outcome for the younger generation. Overall, the movie was sloppy. This movie tells black women to not do what they man say, stay strong and independent, go to church, pray on the Lord, call on the Lord. It's just like the same old stuff. And it does it in a very tacky way. A lot of these women look big and overweight. A lot of the actors in here didn't have any chemistry at all. And this is why I still believe this is just a cash grab, just to get the youth indoctrinated. And this is destroying the image of black folk. A lot of people saying, well, it's just a movie, it's just a play. Well, this bullshit as a film, this could have been on Oprah's network. They could have took this musical on the road. They didn't really have to put it in theaters. And I'm glad the movie's flopping because I think a lot of young generation is waking up to the bullshit. They see the bullshit for what it is. But before we get into the psychological effects, I'm gonna go over some more comments that I was really impressed by. And leave your comments, because sometimes your comments can be used for content in a future video. So let's jump into some comments. And what I also do, I'll probably just try to mix both psychological effects with my answers. But let's go to some comments. So here's another comment that says, I agree, the movie was pure garbage. It felt rushed, empty, and lacked the depth of the first one. I didn't like it at all. And that's the same with me. I did not like the sloppiness, the sloppy writing, and the disrespect that it did to black folk. There were some scenes that was added on that just didn't make sense, and I think these scenes was done intentionally, just to paint a certain narrative or have a certain type of agenda. One scene that I believe that will have a psychological effect, especially on young black girls, is the scene where probably like the first 15 to 20 minutes when Young City and Nettie was talking, and Nettie was telling Celie not to listen to men. There was one scene that really caught me off guard. When Mister was flirting with Nettie, he goes over her house or whatever, and Celie sees Mister and say, "Ooh, I want to get with him. I want to get with him." And Nettie's like, "No, you don't have to get with him. You don't want to get with him because he likes loose women." And Celie says, "Well, I want to be his loose woman," and something like that. I found that very disturbing because in that scene is really saying that black women like to be loose women. Black women like to be with bad guys. And how does this relate to today's society? Well, just look at all the youngsters these days. What is their biggest complaints? If we're talking about black relationships or black women, most of the youngsters these days is talking about, man, she don't do what I say. She out here on these streets doing this, fucking, getting ran through all these dudes. That scene in particular pretty much said that. It pretty much said, hey, I'm a black woman. I like to be a loose woman with this older abusive man. I don't remember that being in the first film. I just remember Celie just not having a choice or a say-so to go with Mister, which she did here, but there wasn't nothing in between saying she ever liked it, Mister. In this movie, she actually says she finds Mister attractive, and Nettie tried to talk her out of it. So that was just like real weird. But once I thought about it, it just made me angry because that scene in particular, whoever wrote that meant for that scene to be what it is: a black woman expressing her interest in an abusive black man. So that's one psychological effect that this movie will have, because most black women in particular, are in abusive relationships, except for my fiance. But overall, when you look at black relationships, there's a small minority that's like married, so I thought that was really disrespectful to young black boys and girls, coming up in this generation. And I believe, Halle Bailey is just there to get some young people in the seat. So that's another thing that I felt. But I agree with this comment right here. Like, the movie did feel empty and it did feel rushed. I mean, they just jumped to scene to scene to scene. There wasn't no weight to it. Even when Celie and Suge started kissing, they just did it. Like, there was nothing there. They just went to the movies and started tongue kissing, and then the next shot, they in the bed together. Like, I mean, it just says that black folks ain't shit, but black people somehow, the dumb blacks, they saying that this movie was a masterpiece and all this stuff like that. It's just like, how can you really ignore what you seen on screen? You seen a woman at a young age saying she wanted to be Mister's hoe and not have a problem with that. So whoever wrote that scene knew what they was trying to say. And to the dumb blacks to disregard it, it's really disturbing, because what this really tells me is that most black people, especially the dumb blacks, they just like to be fucked up. But I found that weird. But let's go to another comment. This was one comment that I really thought about. I really had to think about this, but he says Perry and Oprah got all them billions, like I said. Not one black franchise has come from either of them. Facts. Do you know how dope it would be if we got like a Meteor Man reboot from them? Facts. Can we get a positive sequel of Lottery Ticket or Soul Plane? I'm tired of these slave movies. And I agree. When I was thinking about this question, there was a lot of good, positive movies back in the 90s, in the early 2000s. People like Ice Cube, the Wayne brothers, they tried to put black people in a different light. Now I don't know what happened after that, but I know Ice Cube got canceled for speaking up for blacks or voting for Trump. But I think that would be dope if we had a Meteor Man reboot or a Lottery Ticket sequel. Tyler Perry and Oprah, they have the resources to do this, the resources and the power. Tyler Perry has his acre lot with several sound stages, and Oprah has her own fucking network. So I agree with this. Not one black franchise has come out of Tyler Perry or Oprah. But yet Oprah wants to make slave movies. Yet Tyler Perry want to make slave movies about black relationships and black women's problems and sorrow and pain and all that crap. Why can't we get positive films? Black people are tired. They're tired. They're tired of seeing this stuff. But yet you have people like Oprah and Tyler Perry beating us in the head with this mess. And they're tired of it. They're tired of it. But I agree with this. Tyler Perry and Oprah, they have billions. And nothing has came out of it that was positive. Yeah, they got richer and the dumb blacks got poorer. That's all that came out of it. So, yeah, there was a lot of good black representation back in the day. Meteor Man and Blank Man from the Waynes, Mo Money, you have Friday. So we did have good our own community of movies back then. But now we just, you got Woman King. Woman King came out, 2022. Wakanda Forever, another slave movie, came out in 2022. Killed off T'Challa to put women in charge. And I lost respect for Ryan Coogler for that. I lost all respect for him for that. But I do like this comment because it actually got me thinking. But what do you guys think? Share your thoughts below. And here's another movie from another commenter. This person says the movie was great. Well, that's your opinion. The box office think it sucks. I think it sucks. China think it sucks because they didn't even want it in this country. The movie was great. Your opinion. The whole cast was on point. Your opinion. Fantasia, blah, 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 were great. And it's always good seeing people like me on the big screen. I'm from a mixed family. In college, one of my teachers asked me, your parents talk about, what movie do your parents talk about a lot? The answer was The Color Purple. Go figure, right? My mother say, do unto others, have them do unto you. Harsh critics. This movie was great. No, the movie sucks. It fucking sucks. And this is really disturbing. I don't know if this sounds like maybe a female, black, mixed female. What is so good of seeing your people on the big screen? What is so good about seeing this black woman beaten and disrespected? What is good about seeing all these overweight women with confidence thinking they thinking they're shit? That's not reality. That's not what society go by. And this is why you got people like, what's that big buffalo name? What's that buffalo name? I can't even think of her, but she showing her fat ass all over TV, thinking it's cute. Or Lizzo, fat Lizzo, the hippo. Yeah, thinking big. That shit looks nasty. Take your ass to the gym, work out. So nothing on the screen is on the big screen was positive in my opinion. Even when they went to church, it just like, it was so over the top. It's just like, damn. Like, for a minute, I thought I was in church. And speaking of religion, it's just like, that should be sacred. Like, why are the dumb blacks so comfortable with people knowing your religion? The Chinese don't show their religion. The Arabics don't show their religion. They don't broadcast their religion. Do they even celebrate? Do they even go to church or have a church? I wouldn't know, but everybody know your black ass do. Because people like Oprah and Tyler Perry throw y'all black asses under the bus every time they get. And what's worse, they don't even want to pay your so-called A-list actors A-list money. And none of them wasn't A-list actors. Most of them was B-list actors, if that. And their salary proves it. But I think this is horrible to the community because it teaches young black girls to disrespect men and go strong and independent, which a lot of these women is not keeping it real with you. And I'm going to bring women on here and let you know what a single independent woman goes through. And it's not good. It's not good at all. A lot of these women prostitute themselves. A lot of these women work long ass hours at their menial job. Most of them don't even get any rest. They just look all dead and destroyed when they work. So that independent stuff is not the route to go, but you got movies like this and you got images like this telling your women it's okay to do this type of behavior. Oh, call on the Lord and go to church, girl. Everything's gonna be all right. No, it's not. No, it's not. How many women do you know or people you know that goes to church and think everything's gonna be all right? It's the same shit all over again. The pastor say the same regurgitated shit over and over and over again, and a lot of you dumb blacks are just too dumb to see it. So this is psychological warfare. This movie is to put black women on a pedestal. Now, I love my sisters, you know. I love my fiance, you know, but this is not good for black community advancement. I just think this is a bad way to go. And like I said, Oprah, this is Oprah's, yo black billionaire. This is what she wanted y'all to see. She wanted for y'all to see a lie. Another thing that I noticed in this movie is that, and I heard Jody's Corner bring this up, and I started to wonder about it. They never showed Suge calling Celie ugly. And that did something to me, because it's like they didn't trash the original so bad to where everything has had to pander to black women. It's like it's almost, they cut that scene out on purpose so black women can feel appreciated, can feel that black women can't be ugly. Um, and I just thought that was just an intentional move, because I was actually waiting for it in the theater and she never said it. So this movie panders to women, it lies to women, it confuses women, and it's destructive to black women. Overall, The Color Purple does nothing, absolutely nothing, to help black men or women. It just causes, in my opinion, it caused more division, and it brainwashes you, because now you got all these young women that's gonna look at this, it's gonna be like, I don't have to do what my man say, he gonna do what I say, you know. So another thing that I want to bring up is, during like the beginning, when Nettie and Celie was out playing, Celie was trying to go back home because she had to cook for Mister, and Nettie was like, no, don't do that, girl, don't do that, let's go out and hang. And it's just like, why put that in a movie? Like, this woman wanted to do her wife duties to a man she actually wanted, whether he was abusive or not. Celie in the beginning wanted Mister because she said he looked cute and attractive. And I found that messes up women's mind, because how many people you know that are in dysfunctional relationships, and the man's biggest complaint is she always hanging out with her girlfriend, she don't want to hang out to me, or her girlfriend is always giving her single girlfriend is always giving her advice on the other person's relationship. So this is psychological warfare. I don't get how you guys can't see it, but this movie was rushed and filled with propaganda, and it was all masked under the Color Purple brand. That's all it was. Share your thoughts below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. Peace.